This is probably the thing about which Bruce Lee wrote and spoke most profusely. Hello, everyone. This is Dwight Woods at Jeet Kune Rebel. Welcome to the I Love Jeet Kune broadcast number 285. This is the one about freedom in Jeet Kune. As you're logging in, if you'd be kind enough to say where you're logging in from, hit the like button and feel free to continue doing so throughout the broadcast. If you're catching the simulcast over on the YouTube, please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell as well. But of course, the best thing you can do is to share this video and spread the word about the I Love Jeet Kune broadcast. All right, so considering the sheer number of times that the word freedom appears in Bruce Lee's writings, it's safe to assume that it was an element of importance and that he was perhaps a little bit obsessed with the concept. But got to ask yourself, what kind of freedom was he talking about? And was he always talking about it in the same way, or did his context vary from time to time? And another question is, do some of his followers even understand what he means by freedom? So in the book Tao of Kung Fu, the word freedom appears 7 times. In The Warrior Within, it appears 15 times. In Jeet Kune commentaries on the martial way, it appears 30 times. And in Bruce Lee, Artist of Life, it appears an astonishing 82 times. So I recently posted a passage from Sifu Gan's book, the Art and Philosophy book, still one of the best Jeet Kune books out there. And it was a passage in which the phrase total freedom appears. Now, I did that kind of as a prelude to today's broadcast. And what added fuel to the fire, so to speak, is somebody commented that total freedom equals chaos. And I thought, that is certainly true, but to a certain extent, and then in a particular context. So, for example, imagine a society in which everybody is free to do anything that they want, right? That would indeed be chaos. And so could Bruce Lee have been referring to that type of idea? I think not. In fact, let me check and see if my colleagues from the UK are here. Mark Black is here. Is Terry here? My computer mouse is acting up, so sorry about this. No, Terry's not here. Mark, you beat Terry. All right, cool. Okay, so the reason why I thought about my UK guys is because there's a favorite clip of mine from a 1982 Culture Club concert at the I think it's at the Hammersmith Odeon complex, right? And Boy George says this song is dedicated to doing whatever you please, right? So anyhow, I digress, right? So I don't think that that's what Bruce Lee was talking about at all. And I have long preached that when you examine Bruce Lee's writings, it is crucial to view them in the context of the times at which they were written, right? In other words, what I call epochal relevance. It's a term, right? So one of Bruce Lee's frequent harangues was against the fixed nature of the traditional arts. And we're talking about the classical arts or the traditional arts, which occupied the martial art landscape of his era. So he had quite the issue with people being taught like specific routines for specific self-defense situations, right? You know, the opponent does this, and so you do this instead, and you know, a whole rigmarole of like 5 moves when, to Bruce Lee's mind, you could just hit and get out of the situation. So he had quite the issue with that. because he viewed that approach as kind of a quiet desperation and not at all an expression of simplicity or um, an expression of direct response ability. That's a term too. Okay. So, right in step with the zeitgeist of the 1960s, Bruce Lee was advocating for a more open and instinctual approach to martial art training so that people could be themselves rather than being slaves to any established system, right? Um, but was he saying that anything goes and that anything could be considered good martial arts? And far less, right? Was he saying that anything could be considered Jeet Kune Do? Bruce Lee was talking about people being free to go outside of any fixed system to see for themselves what else of possible benefit could be out there. Okay, after all, this was a guy who was not happy to just have one book on fencing, one book on judo, one book on boxing, etc., in his library. Instead, he had dozens. Okay. So it seems like one of his conclusions, and he pretty much said it in the Pierre Berton interview, unless human beings developed drastically different anatomical structures, then there appeared to be more commonality in martial arts than there was difference. Which is why, if a JKD practitioner investigates another system, he's not abandoning the idea of freedom. In fact, it is the JKD practitioner who refuses to look at anything but what has been passed down to him as Jeet Kune Do. That's the JKD practitioner who has now enslaved himself to a system which actually preaches liberation. So keep in mind that Jeet Kune Do's training methods are supposed to extend beyond physicality. They emphasize mental agility and adaptability. And that is why it is both an art and a philosophy. Philosophy of Jeet Kune Do that teaches adaptability as a form of freedom. When you extend that, life itself is in a constant state of flux. And so the practitioner who embodies that ability to change, that practitioner is better equipped to overcome challenges. So ultimately, freedom in Jeet Kune Do is a delicate balance between discipline and spontaneity. It is the ability to seamlessly merge structured technique. Yes, there is a structure in JKD training. Don't let anybody try to fool you otherwise. So it is the ability to seamlessly merge that structured technique with intuitive reaction. That's my spiel for today. And what say you? What do you think about how do you identify this concept of freedom in Jeet Kune Do? Please let me know what you think in the comments below. That's all I got to say about this video. If you like what you heard, and maybe if you even learned a thing or two, please comment, rate, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Follow me here on Facebook at Dwight D. Woods, on Instagram also at Dwight D. Woods, but on Twitter at Dwight Woods. If you enjoy my work and you'd like to support the program, please visit jkdrebel.com. Click on the Rebel Gear link, and that's where you'll see stuff like this. The Keep Calm and Learn to Fight Ferociously t-shirt, also available, I believe, in, what do you call it? As a coffee mug or something. Over on the YouTube in the Jeet Kune Do Dialogues channel, that's another way to support my work here. You just click on the join link and you can see what different membership levels are available at paypal.me/unifiedma Miami, paypal.me/unifiedma Miami. The Jeet Kune Do Journey Volume 1 is still available. Coming up on tomorrow, actually, not even on Friday, but tomorrow. And I will probably be broadcasting from the Coral Springs studio. Coming up tomorrow is Jeet Kune Dialogues episode with Mike Lee Kanarek of Haganah, USA. Mike is somebody that I have known for a number of years, and you'll hear me say this again tomorrow. I am really, really interested in finding out more about his career arc, right? Considering where I think it's safe to say where he and I both started out, and then the direction in which he went. So that's 6 p.m. tomorrow. Mike Lee Kanarek on the Jeet Kune Dialogues. Okay, so let me know what you think about the whole concept of freedom in Jeet Kune, and we'll talk soon. Right? This is Dwight Woods, the Jeet Kune Rebels, signing off. Today's a Green Day, as you can see, and no, not that band Green Day. I have no idea what they do. Oh, you know something I want to know. Okay, so truth be told, the dude that was like, okay, man, we got to go watch this Bruce Lee thing, and we only can do it on Wednesday night at 7. So that's why there was no broadcast yesterday. Instead, we were up in Broward checking out Enter the Dragon. What was intriguing is I'll use a popular word, the diversity, right, of the group. Not just diversity of age, although most of the people were more mature individuals. But there were these two black ladies sitting behind me, and I had to ask them. And one of them said, she goes, I've been in love with Bruce Lee since, 1973. I'm like, my God, right? Anyhow, so I'm wondering if anybody if you did go watch the 50th anniversary stuff, did you have any experiences like that? There was a part of me, man, I wanted to bust out my phone and video everybody in the auditorium and ask them what brought them into. I wish I had done it. Brought them to see Bruce Lee, because I'm always intrigued by that type of thing. But I didn't. Anyhow, right? So, okay. So 6 p.m. tomorrow. I'll see you guys then. This is Dwight Woods, the Jeet Kune Rebels, signing off. You guys take care. Talk soon.